Hello, RichieV here, and today I'm back with another episode of My Two Dads. Now, last week we had the episode Advice and Consent, where Corey asked the two dads, Michael and Joey, love advice, or basically kissing advice, and not realizing that if you're a young man asking the fathers of the girl you are dating advice about kissing, might not go over so well, and they might not get the best answers from them. But on the other hand, his brother did no better, giving him advice on women. Okay, so now we're up to episode 18 of season 1, and it's called Michael's Sister Comes Over to Visit. Okay, I'm going to think about this one. What could this title mean? I think in this episode, what's going to happen is Michael's sister is going to come over and visit. Let's see if I'm right.
Hey, Wick. Hey, Josh. There she is.
Hey, Joey.
There she is. Oh, look at you.
Oh, you look great.
Me. Look at that face. I miss that face.
Aren't they cute?
Did you tell Michael about us yet?
No, I'm afraid to. You know, Michael, he loves you so much. I don't know what he's going to think when he finds out about you and me.
Aren't they cute and dead?
Hiya, boys and girls.
Oh, Michael. You want to see a great view? Out this window.
That's Lisa with Joey.
Now, Michael, sometimes things aren't what they seem at first glance. And if it turns out they are, maybe this Lisa isn't good enough for you. Maybe this Lisa isn't worth getting upset about.
Maybe this Lisa is my sister.
Oh. Okay, guys. I think I see the central conflict of this episode. Not sure, but I have a feeling.
No, let me understand this. I haven't seen my sister in like 2 years. Suddenly, she blows into town. I don't know about it, but you do. What is wrong with this picture?
It was a surprise reunion. Surprise.
I planned the whole thing. I was looking through some of your old scrapbooks, and I saw all this stuff on Lisa. Our family is so small. I want to know all my relatives.
Yeah, but how did you know where to find her? I mean, with Lisa traveling all over the world all the time, nobody ever knows where she is.
Well, Joey knew.
Oh, Joey knew. Well, then, let me turn my head this way and adopt a quizzical expression.
Okay, now I don't think they used this term back then, but, the term bro code, but I'm starting to think that there might be a violation of the bro code going on here.
Your brother and sister.
Sweetheart, we're not mad at each other.
Brothers and sisters have very complex relationships, Nicole.
Well, let me turn my head this way and adopt a quizzical expression.
Hey, they had a big fight, now they hate each other.
Well, what'd they fight about?
You name it. He says black, she says white. And they're two of the most competitive people in the world. Excuse me, I don't think that's true.
Oh, excuse me. Of course it's true.
Why, because you say it is? There they go. Yeah, they've been doing that since the day they were born.
Earlier?
Oh, that's right. You guys are twins.
Yeah, but she's the evil twin. Where you...
He's standing watch. Or sitting watch. You know, I've noticed something about the show. When family members arrive, it doesn't go well. Where's the happy family? Where's the happy brother, sister, father, mother? It just... It's almost like a wedding on the WWE. It never goes well.
You going someplace? Where? Hey, I was sleeping, Michael. Oh, yeah, you were sleeping. Yeah, and I was born yesterday, and it's not the middle of the night, and my sister's not sleeping in the next room, huh? Yeah, it must be 3 o'clock in the morning. You're sleeping too, and you don't realize it. Lie down and be quiet. You and I gonna talk. A couple of things in my mind that have to be asked, all right? All right. All right, if they have to be. All right. What is that thing on Gorbachev's forehead? And you ever sleep with my sister? Ask him. Ask her. Well, neither of them speak to me, Joe, is the point. But one of them kisses you and writes you letters. So I figured there must be a reason for this close correspondence, and I'm wondering how close it is. You're not going to like my answer. No. Yeah, well, nevertheless, I live for knowledge. No, I never slept with your sister. And I'm not going to like that answer? Look at the smile on my face. Come on, if it were any bigger, it would swallow my head.
And we never did because we've got more of a brother-sister relationship.
Well, that's fine, that's good. At least I can sleep now. Good night.
Good night.
When you say brother-sister relationship, you mean fiercely competitive, fighting all the time because she throws away 4 years of med school to become a pygmy paparazzi?
No, when I say brother and sister, I mean a closeness, a trust. You know, like friendship. I told you weren't gonna like the answer.
Yeah.
All right, she's my sister and you get along better with her than I do. How come?
I don't know. I mean, I'm an artist, she's a photographer. I guess we have a common creative ground. I guess it's bonded us.
You're not the only one who can be my sister's brother. And now that I'm a parent, I don't want my daughter to think that her aunt and her dad don't get along. So starting now, I'm gonna be much closer to my sister. Speaking of the devil, come on in. Hi, sweetie.
So what do you think? Oh, it's beautiful. So this is where my brother wheels and deals.
Uh-huh.
And what a future he has with his company. You know why? Tell you why. Because if he keeps up the good work, someday, I'll let him handle the biggies, like this Behringer report I just finished.
I live for that day, sir. Lisa Taylor, this is my boss.
Herb Kelcher, Taft Kelcher. Taft's dead.
How nice.
Hey, you. I remember you. Nicole, right? Hey, it's so nice to have kids down at the office. I mean, when they are not mine. Mine come down, I have to introduce them around, remember their names. That's so annoying. So, Lisa, Michael tells me you are quite the shutterbug.
We were just taking pictures down in the park. She's the greatest. All kinds of pictures, you know? She sees pictures and things I thought were just stuff.
I am moved. Okay, Taylor. Let's talk turkey. I have a huge client, publishes architectural magazines. He's in the market for a staff photographer. I think he'd be perfect. You know why? Tell you why.
Oh, that sounds very attractive, but no thanks.
Well, Taylor, tried my best.
Yeah, you can tell he put her.
Lisa, what are you doing? This is a chance to do something with your photography.
Michael, I can't believe you.
What?
You told me I was coming down here to just see where you work.
And how do you like it?
This was all a plan. It's been 2 years, Michael, 2 years, and you haven't learned anything at all.
What do you mean? I'm trying to do something for you.
He's
Oh, like you tried 2 years ago when you told me we were going to visit a sick friend in the hospital who turned out to be the medical director, who offered me a residency based on an application you submitted?
Are you gonna hold an amazing coincidence against me for 2 years? I thought I was doing what was right.
Michael, support me. Support what I want to do, not what you want me to do.
Okay, makes sense. Let's not fight. No, why? Tell you why. Brothers and sisters shouldn't fight.
She's right. Brothers should do what they think is best for their sisters, and I did.
Are you ready, Michael? I wasn't happy in med school. Medical school was so tough, it made me throw up on a regular basis. But you never heard me when I told you I was miserable. I needed you to tell me it was okay to quit. And you wouldn't. The only one who would was Joey.
Joey did what?
Who do you think convinced me to follow
boy.
my heart and leave medicine?
Oh boy.
Whose advice do you think it was that changed my life?
This just went from bad to worse. You can tell Paul Reiser, you can tell Michael is not too happy with Joey right now. Oh boy.
It's for you.
I need advice.
Of course, Michael.
No, Judge, not from you. This time I'm going to the Oracle. To the grand poobah of life-changing, stupid advice.
How can I help you, my son?
Egg 'em on. Wise choice.
You can help me understand what possessed you to tell my sister to throw away all of her aspirations and all of her education and trade it in for the 35mm camera behind door number 1.
Hey, Michael, you don't know the whole story.
I know you should have come to me.
Yeah.
I was telling my own family that I wasn't going to be joining their plumbing business, that I was going to be trying my luck at a career as an artist. And my father went nuts. He didn't want to talk to me. But there comes a time when you gotta take your own life in your own hands. Otherwise, how do you call it your life?
We're not talking about your life.
That's right, and we're not talking about yours. So who are you to say what makes somebody else happy?
Who are you to make up her mind?
Hey, I didn't make up her mind. I told her to follow her heart, and she did.
Yeah, you influenced her, Joe? At the most pressure-filled moment in her life, after 4 years of medical school, 4 years in a pressure cooker, you taught her that it was okay to pull the plug.
This is called another person's walking out on you.
All my life, I thought it was so special to have a twin sister. We fought, we competed, but it was good because it pushed us both to do better. And then Lisa quit. I felt really bad myself because I wanted us both to succeed, and even if it was just to go on competing. So now it looks like all we competed at is not talking to each other.
Hey, Michael. Takes two not to have a conversation.
Wait a minute. Doesn't Nicole have a mug of beer there? That's right.
That was great. Great poem. Great poetry. I didn't understand a thing he said.
You sure this is where they came?
That's what they said.
A poetry reading? That's great. Now I can apologize to my sister in iambic pentameter. Hey, look, Lisa, I don't mean to intrude on your evening, but I think it's time one of us apologized, and I've decided it's gonna be me.
Now?
Ladies and gentlemen, our featured artist, Nigel White.
Tonight I'd like to present my latest piece, Oh Businessman.
Okay, I'm nervous.
Oh, businessman, with your life all planned, why don't you put on your well-polished wingtips and hit the road? Out dealing, out swindling, out shopping to buy your suit, your vest, and your blue Brooks Brothers tie.
You talking to me?
Oh, businessman, I live to destroy you.
Judge.
I want to come to your house, breathe fog on your windows, and write, "It's me," backwards so you can read it. Oh, businessman, how will you sleep at night?
It's healthy. It's very healthy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Michael did deserve it. He had a pledge pin on his uniform, apparently. That is the guy, right? That's the guy from Animal House. Am I wrong? I could be wrong, but if not, it's a striking resemblance.
Well, at least he's talking to me. Now, look, here's a guy who was moved to verse by how much he detests everything that I stand for, and yet he and I have a better rapport than we do. Now, look, I'm not pushing. I'm just asking. If you really want to make a living taking pictures, why don't you let me help you make a living at it?
Michael, please.
Will you forget that I'm your brother? Just, I'm someone in a position to help you.
I don't want your help.
Why? Because it's me?
Because I'm not ready to commit to photography.
Oh, so now you're gonna give up the camera?
Listen, well, you can't give up your art.
Yes, she can, because she wants to be a doctor.
Hey, why do you keep coming back to that?
Judge, make them stop. I'm young, I'm embarrassed, and I can't leave. They're my ride.
No, sweetie, I don't think we should stop this show.
Excuse me, are these the dancing anarchists?
Yeah.
Hey, I can give up whatever I want to give up.
Oh, she's queen of giving up, Joe.
I'm just following my heart, just like you always say.
Do you detect a pattern at all? Huh?
Hey, she's a good photographer.
She's a great photographer.
How would you know, Michael?
Because you're great at anything you do. You always were. You were a great medical student. And you would have been a great doctor. All you had to do was commit. Why didn't you commit?
Hey, why do you keep coming back to that?
Because he's right. Because he knows me. I wasn't sure I was gonna make it. Oh, I was safe in school. I didn't have to compete with you until I got out, and when I got you were already a success. And I still had to prove myself. Michael, what if I'm a lousy doctor?
You won't be. You will be a wonderful, caring physician. Because that's what you were born to do. Hey, I know. I was there at the time.
Michael, if I commit to being a doctor and I fail, will you still be proud of me?
Nope.
So you're saying I better be a success?
Yeah.
Can I still call you if I'm scared?
Please.
You're on.
Okay, an interesting episode. I liked it, but interesting episode, and I'm just gonna get to the heart of what I'm thinking. At each point, the show took a swerve, and I like that. You think that Joey is sleeping with Michael's sister. Swerve. It's not. They're actually like, she's the one. She confides in Joey instead of Michael. And which obviously now we have another conflict because Michael's like, she's my sister, why isn't she confiding in me, right? And now we're back to, you should have been a doctor, you quit, and you think Michael's being too hard. Well, he was being too hard, really, but he's being very hard on his sister. You think, okay, that's the central issue. Swerve. It turns out that she was actually kind of scared that she would fail where her brother succeeded, so she quit before she could fail and went off to the jungle to take pictures, which she was good at, but it's not necessarily something you're going to become successful at. So each time at each plot point, this episode took a swerve, and I kind of like that. I like that you're not going to necessarily predict at the beginning where this episode's going, and I think because we already had the episode with Joey and his dad where the dad says, you should have been a plumber instead of this flighty art thing, and Joey and they had to come to terms with that, where Joey's sticking with the art. This one, it went a different direction, so they used the fact that they had this conflict with Joey and his father to get you thinking one way, and then the show goes. So I really liked this episode. If you enjoyed it too, hit like or subscribe. Yada, yada, yada. And until I see you next time, have a blessed